Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we are jumping back into a brand new episode of our RP series out here on the Red Lawn Preserve map. Now, currently, we are back at the house in the K3500 because our F450 is actually at the shop right now. For some reason, we decided to leave it at the shop and then drive the shop truck home. And then now we're going to drive the shop truck to go pick up our new truck. Now, our new truck, I was going back and forth on what I wanted to get for my overall, kind of off-road rescue vehicle, and what I ended up settling on was I decided I wanted to build a Tundra because I figured that the Tundra would be really good for everything across the board, right? You know, it would be able to pull people out of, tricky situations off-road, but it would also be able to tow light to moderate weight trailers, and it would be able to carry a lot of, wilderness supplies, like spare parts, fuel reserves, all that sort of stuff. And I also found out that there's a really gnarly looking overland rack where you can put even more off-road and outdoor supplies. So with that being said, let's fire this thing up. We'll head down to the truck dealer. We're going to customize and buy our Wilderness Rescue Tundra. And then, I don't know, we'll get a buddy of ours to drive this back to the house or drive it back to the shop or something. But let's fire it up and head on out there. I said not in who left my truck in reverse? Why would you do that? Bruh, somebody's been messing with me. All right, so beautiful morning out here, by the way. Mornings on this map and out in this area are absolutely gorgeous. You really don't even have to run your headlights in the morning because it's like the way the sun kind of shines on the main road out here is just so well lit. It really is actually tremendously well lit, so you rarely have to run your headlights in the morning, whereas on some other areas, you do have to keep them on until about 8:30 a.m. But what is it right now? What time is it? It's like 7:20 in the morning, and we don't even need to have our headlights on. It's absolutely beautiful out here. Now, what's interesting is I never had a Tundra in my fleet when we were working out there on the Highway Holland region. And I feel like it wasn't quite as necessary out there, but at the same time, in an area like this, where you're going to be running into more people that are kind of stuck in some tricky off-road scenarios, like, for example, that Range Rover that we had to recently rescue with this truck, it's definitely a weird in-between to where you're like, okay, doing that recovery in this truck was fine, but at the same time, it kind of made me realize, hey, doing that recovery in this truck and then also doing the recovery of the 1500 in the F450 where we had to haul that trailer through tight trails, I was like, yeah, we need a rescue vehicle that is a lot more suited to getting out on those trails. Now, for the heavier duty rescues, obviously we're going to be getting an actual tow truck very, very soon, but we got to build this Tundra up first. So let's go ahead and walk right on into the garage, and we'll get to building our new Tundra. Now, let's go down all the way to the end. Yeah, they usually keep these in the back. Just, I guess, because they don't want, they don't want them being I guess, sold constantly. They don't want to lose all their inventory on these. I don't know. We'll see. But I asked them to hold this one for me because I was really all about it. Now, in terms of customization, we could customize one from the ground up, but they did tell me that they had another one that's already got a bunch of options on it in the back. Now, I'm sure they want more for it, but, ooh! So we could either start from scratch on this one, or we could head straight out of the gate with this one. Now, I will say, though, I love this one, but I'm not sure if the suspension design, not even the suspension design, but the suspension setup is right for our purposes, because as you can see, it definitely sits a little bit lower in the rear, and I'm sure it's very flexy, but let's see what kind of suspension tunes they offer. God, this thing's running a 1200 horsepower engine setup with a gigantic turbo? Okay. Well, that's a little bit more into wild crazyville than I thought we were going to be here. So there is the stock lift. It's like a stock 6-inch lift. Not necessarily stock, but standard 6-inch lift. There's the tuned mid-travel, which is obviously not tuned for these tires. Now, it says it's tuned for up to a 39. I believe this one, they told me it was on like a 41, I think. And then in terms of the all-purpose, that's what's on it right now, and I really like it. But I think what we might do is we might go with probably the tow or the active toe? Which one is... So are they about the same base height? They are about the same base height. So what I think I might do is either go with the stock 6-inch or the... I think actually, you know what? I think the stock 6-inch is going to be our best bet, because here's the thing. I want to see how much it actually sits down when we try to tow something with it. And I also want to see what kind of flex it has, especially on these 41s. I don't know if I'm going to need to downsize these tires or not. I'm hoping I don't have to. The bed rack has like all the repair parts, spare wheels, fuel that we would ever need, and so we're not really gonna have to even worry about that. I mean, that is already sorted, it's already good to go. I like the color. I wonder if they would be down for us changing it up a little bit. I mean, I love the blue though as well. I absolutely love the blue. I just don't know how it fits with those red wheels. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the red wheels, but I'm not sure how the blue fits with it. There's also kind of like a seafoam green, but that definitely doesn't fit with the red wheels. So I think what we'll do is we'll stick with the white because it's already got the red wheels and the red headlights. And then now I want to do a couple of quick tests with it just to see what this standard 6-inch lift is like in terms of kind of load bearing capacity and also just overall flexibility. Now, we will need to put the rear bumper back on. It looks like they removed it to make it have a little bit less, a little bit more clearance for going off-road on different trails and stuff. But let's see how it flexes out up on these rocks outside the garage area. Not necessarily a mud truck, but that's not what I expected it to be. I certainly did not expect it to be a mud truck. If I wanted a mud truck, I would have bought something else. So it's got a good amount of flex to it. Even on, like, the standard 6-inch lift, it's definitely not, like, playing around when it comes to flexibility. So that could definitely get me down most of the trails that we're working with out here. So here's the only adjustment I need to make. And I'm going to tell them that they can go ahead and put this other one back in the back. I'm good. I've decided on this one. And let's do the Scout trailer hitch and the stock rear bumper. Now, that is going to hurt our departure angles a little bit, but I'm okay with it because it really does allow us to use it for so many more different purposes than what we did before. Now, let's go ahead and look into our load-bearing capacity with this trailer. Let's see. So, let's say a fuel carrier trailer. What's it like with that one? Wow, it's good. I mean, it really doesn't seem to worry about it at all. That's not bad then. Okay, well, if it does that with, like, not even a single issue, then I don't think we'll have any... They can have their fuel carrier trailer back. But yeah, dude, like, that's pretty amazing. We also need to pick up a little bit of equipment for the shop while we're out here. And I think they told us they had, like, a lighting trailer that they... Ooh, dude. Floodlight generator trailer? Bro, that would be really useful, I think. What are some of the other trailers that they have? They may also have... Oh, there's a camper trailer. That would be cool. I mean, we couldn't really use it for, like, recovery purposes, but let's definitely pick up that light generator trailer, because that is so freaking cool. Oh, God! Well, that went well. Oh, we're still going. Oh, my God. Which went well. Yeah. That's a thing. Deleting that. Back to the garage we go. And, immersion braking aside, I'm not gonna try to tow that particular trailer with this truck again. I don't think it's that good of an idea. I do indeed not think it's a good idea. All right. So let's head on back to the house. We'll get a buddy to drive the K3500 back, but let's enjoy our new Tundra. This thing is gonna put in work. I will tell you that. This thing is gonna put in some freaking work. Now, we do have to go up to the garage. Not the garage, but not the garage as in that garage. That garage is basically the truck dealership. When I say the garage, I mean our shop. Now, oh boy, I might have to take some of the tint off this thing. It looks great on the inside, but man, that tint, that tint is gnarly. Hello, understeer. Nice to see you too. But let's head on to our shop and we're gonna pick up our trailer and bring it back to the house because, you know, I'm thinking about buying something else here pretty soon. Don't ask me why, and don't ask me why I decided to look into what I'm about to buy, but it'll be, trust me, it'll be fine. It'll be fun, and it will be at least somewhat useful, I think, I hope. But let's see what this thing, oh god. It's got some power, dude. Like, I may have to take some of the boost out of this tune because, like, it is wildly powerful. Like, whoever owned this before was an absolute madman when it came to running this much power. Like, this is a genuinely gnarly amount of power. All right, so there's our trailer. Now, should I have gone with, well, here's the thing. If we back in here, the beauty of having your own shop is that if our suspension isn't high enough, I mean, we've got coilovers, so we can just turn up the coilovers to raise the suspension up. So we'll be fine there. I'm not worried about that. Let's back it in. Let's see how we do in terms of this trailer. So let's move forward just a tiny bit. Not bad. Yeah, I would definitely want to go up a little bit. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's detach for now. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn these coilovers up, and we're going to stiffen the damping a little bit. And that should allow us a little bit more weight-bearing capacity. Now, this should also, oh yeah, so you could do a lot of weight on that active rear toe. I don't know if we need that much weight-bearing capacity, but it's definitely nice to have it. So let's attach the trailer. There we go. That's definitely a lot more suited to the height of the trailer. And from this point on, I'm definitely thinking that this is going to be a really good setup to use, both for wilderness recoveries and for just maybe if we, if we spot something for sale on, say Marketplace or something that we want to go pick up, which stay tuned for something that is very much so in that vein, coming in a very soon episode. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to put this thing to work. This truck is definitely going to be an amazing addition to the fleet, and it's going to be one that I'm going to use a lot. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on this thing in the comment section down below. I personally love it. I think it's not only an awesome looking truck, but I feel like it's also going to be a really effective truck for all of the different purposes that we have ahead of us in this particular RP, because once again, this thing can go everywhere, but it can also tow trailers. It's got tools, it's got an axe, it's got a shovel, it's got spare fuel, it's got it's got tools, it's got, repair parts, it's got a massive snorkel, it's on 41-inch tires. This thing is primed and ready to go everywhere we might need to go for any recovery we might need to do. So, hope y'all enjoyed this episode of the RP, and if you did, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.